Today for a difference, or for a change, not a difference, cut. Today for lunch we're going to make tuna melt sandwich in the George Foreman grill. I said I used it. Maybe I haven't posted that one yet, but I do use it, and it's quick and easy. We're going to make like a panini type of bread. And what we have, the ingredient list is going to be a pickle spear, some mayonnaise, the remnants of an onion, celery, fresh parsley from outside. This parsley, by the way, has been growing all winter, which surprises the crap out of me. And a can of albacore tuna. I like the white tuna. I think it's better, but, you know, personal preferences and all that crap. And some salt and pepper, which I don't have down here yet. We're going to make this and let it sit for about an hour or half an hour or so to let the flavors meld. Then we're going to make the sandwiches, so hang on. All right, let's start. Take our tuna in the bowl. Jade here's food, and Jade is here. That's all you need is the sound. Sometimes she even comes when she imagines it. I'm going to take a little bit of mayo. It's a tablespoon. Probably a heaping tablespoon is enough. We'll save that just in case we need a little bit more later. We are going to chop up the one pickle spear I have left. Wrong lid. Let's kind of julienne this a little bit. God, I need new knives so bad. Can you see that? Yes, you can. We have our pickle, about a tablespoon of fresh parsley, as I said, from the garden. I probably cut too much, as I usually do. So we're just going to chop this bad boy up a little bit. It's not from the garden, by the way, from boxes. That over there, that's about enough, I think. I'm going to mince, or dice, mince, finely chop our onion up. And same thing with it. Chop her down. Chop her down, chop her down. And shit. Don't let your dogs eat onion or garlic. It's bad for them. Among the other things, if you don't know what other things are, there are grapes, raisins, onions, garlic. Look online. If I think about it, I'll post a link to it. Jade's very precious to us, so we're careful with what she gets. About half a stalk of celery. It's always hard to cut. Take the tops off of that because they're usually crapped up anyway. Lightly julienne this bad boy. And then chop it up finely. And we're going to julienne the big boy, kind of julienne. And then chop this bad boy up in smaller pieces also. You could add olives here. I'm not going to, although I like them. You could add a touch of garlic pepper. I'm sorry, garlic pepper. A touch of garlic powder. Garlic pepper. If you want a little garlicky in it. I'm going to modify what I said a little bit earlier about using pepper. I'm going to put lemon pepper in it. I like lemon pepper. I think it gives things a good flavor. So we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt. Maybe a little bit less. Kosher salt. Again, kosher salt. Again. And about half a teaspoon of lemon pepper. We'll see how that looks when I mix it up. If I can get the top back on the lemon pepper. There we go. Mix. See if we need anything more of anything in here. Might need a touch more mayonnaise. We're going to put a little bit more, maybe another teaspoon of mayonnaise in here. This is kind of a feel as you go thing, as I do with a lot of things that I cook. It's hard for me to measure because I don't, unless I'm following a recipe, I don't normally measure things. I kind of eyeball them. Sometimes it turns out right, sometimes it turns out horribly. But we're going to let this sit covered in the refrigerator for about half an hour to an hour, and then we're going to bring it out with some bread, butter the bread, put it on a Panini press or a George Foreman grill, which is almost the same thing. And voila, see you in a little bit. Alright, we're just about ready to go ahead and make our sandwiches. My wife only eats half a sandwich, so I'm only making her half a sandwich. Making myself a full one. Cut up some cheddar cheese here. Cutting up some cherry tomatoes, because that's all we have. But tomatoes are tomatoes. And these are look much better than that crap at the grocery store, which are half green anyway. Can't wait till summer and get fresh tomatoes, huh? Fresh vegetables, fresh everything. Bring it home from the farmer's market, throw it in the pan, and make it. That's the way to eat, boys and girls. All right. I've also forgotten to get butter out and soften it up. So I'm making myself some melted butter. Don't go to the trouble. If you have to, go ahead, but please try to remember to to soften up your butter beforehand, and always keep softened butter handy. It's rare that I don't, but once again, the Dove factor hits. And if you didn't make a mistake, it wouldn't be cooking, huh? At least it is to me, anyway. Pack on the tuna. Love tuna. Love, love, love tuna. Okay, we're going to put some cheese on. In fact, I think I'm going to do that second. Put the tomatoes on. Pretty much cover it in tomatoes. I mean, you just can't have enough tomatoes, I don't think. Summertime, we're talking. Fresh tomato sliced up, fresh onion sliced up, maybe a little salt and pepper, maybe a little bit balsamic or vinegar. Yes sir, yes sir. Cheddar cheese. Last of my pre-quarantine cheddar. God, you sound like World War II, doesn't it? All right. And it's hot. Imagine that. Melted butter. Swish it around a little bit and get some of the solids, because those are good too. And we're going to wipe it on the top of here. Jade, of course, is slobbering all over the butter and the tuna and everything else right next to me. Little cheese. Pretty Jade monster. Jade the Wonder Chef. We've got the George Foreman sitting next to me to make panini type. I'm going to do one side. throw it in the foreman and throw the butter side down on the foreman and butter the other side before we put the top down. Oh. Oh well. Ain't I graceful? Shit'll probably fall everywhere. It's okay. Not going to hurt anything. And butter the top as I'm doing. You probably can't see that. Maybe see a little bit of my arms. That's about it. But butter it generously so you get a nice toasty crust. And put the top down. We're going to check after 2 minutes and see how it is, and we're going to adjust from there. This is my first time doing this, so we're doing it together. Put the tuna back in the fridge. Tomatoes do not go in the refrigerator. There is a flavor component that you kill if you put them in the refrigerator. I can't remember what it is. I'll see if I can find it and post it at the bottom, down in the links, down there. Not here, but you know what I'm saying, over here. But I know it's important, and you can taste the difference. If you don't believe me, get 2 tomatoes when they're fresh, leave one out, put one in the refrigerator for overnight, take 2 slices, one of each, and test it. You're going to see the one in the refrigerator does not taste as good as the one that was left out. So we're waiting down to a minute, and we're going to see where we are. And there's the foreman. It's a big mother. You could probably cook 4 nice steaks on it. The little one that we have up here is little and kind of crowds out if you cook anything larger than a pork loin in it. So we got this one. Again, thrift store. Like $5 or something. It was ridiculous. Worth the frickin' money. I love it. We're down to 15. And we're going to take a look. We have plates out. Bottle of wine. No, we're not having wine for lunch. That's for tonight, for dinner. And we're at 0. Let's see where we are. Let's go for another minute. I think that's close, but we're going to go for another minute. And just let it all heat through. $30. Let's take a quick gander. Looking better. A little bit more toasty, almost. We are going to pull it at 3 minutes. Pull the plug. That was nice, huh? This was set on medium, by the way. This has an adjustable temperature on it. Some of the tomatoes are coming out. We're just going to put them on the plate because my wife, like I, like tomatoes. And nice. I mean, it looks awesome, doesn't it? Experimentation time. I love experiments. You should too. Always experiment with your food. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. So, crispy tuna melt, panini style. Thanks for stopping in. Later.